in training. Tomorrow morning is the UCSB Triathlon of 2010. My wave leaves at 8:20. I thought I'd take this opportunity to share with you my kind of traditional night before meal. Very high protein, some good grains, very low processed foods, if you will. It's really kind of just a twist on the traditional tuna sandwich. Obviously we're going to have some tuna in it. Instead of the mayonnaise that isn't quite so healthy for you, I like to use plain Greek yogurt, which really complements the fish well, actually. Add a little bit of lemon into it, really gives that kind of fish flavor an extra kick. The two ingredients that really set it off for me are onion and bell pepper. You can use whatever bell pepper you have. If it's green, red, blue, purple, whatever colors these things come in, feel free to use whatever you like. And to that mix, we'll add some garlic and basically just some rub that I picked up. It's called Galena Street. It's quite good. Adds a little extra kick and excitement to the mix. And then once we put all that together, we're just gonna serve it on some sprouted grain bread. So make up one or two of those, and that's the meal before the triathlon. Okay, so I've chopped up the bell pepper and the onion, and now it's time for some assembly. We'll see if we can do this in one take, because I don't think I can put the tuna back in the can to demonstrate opening the can. So it's really simple to throw together. I mean, you don't really have to be a rocket scientist to make this at all. In fact, anybody can do it as long as you have a can opener and a knife and a pocketbook to buy some veggies. This particular tuna has olive oil in it. I dump some out because I don't want it quite so runny. So we're going to toss that into a bowl. Scrape all those little good things out of it. Now to that, we're going to add, I don't know, 2-3 tablespoons of the Greek yogurt I showed you before. When in doubt, use your teeth. Chef's secret weapon. So, 2 tablespoons Greek style yogurt. And kind of give that a little bit of a stir and get it going. So, actually looks really good as it is. It's amazing what you can do with a can and a little bit of cow. Alright, so I'm going to toss in, I think this is probably about 1.5 tablespoons or so of chopped onion. You can chop it as fine or as coarse as you'd like, just depends on your taste. And I'm going to toss in the orange bell pepper, give it some kind of popping color. When I first put this together, actually, my first triathlon was the Ventura triathlon in 2009 on June 26th. And I was staying in a hotel room down in Ventura, and I needed something quick and easy for dinner, but something very high protein with high quality carb with it. And I ended up at the grocery store, and really all I could come up with was a can of tuna as something I could take back to the hotel room because I couldn't cook it. So we're going to add just a little bit of the Galena Street rub. It's got some nutmeg, cayenne pepper, paprika, sage, a little bit of Tilly cherry. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. I'm a garlic guy, so we're going to toss in a little bit of additional garlic powder. And we'll mix that up. So back in Ventura that night, all I could come up with was a can of tuna that I could take back to the hotel room with me. Of course, I had to buy a can opener, but that wasn't any big deal. So once I started walking around the store, all I could think of was a tuna sandwich, which actually was great because then I could put it on sprouted grain bread. And of course, the phone's going to ring in the middle of this, but we're not going to answer it. Break my concentration. So But it was interesting because I had bought some Greek yogurt for the morning, which I was going to put on ice. So at that point, this recipe kind of came to be. Went back to the hotel room, opened up the can, tossed it into a cup, put a couple teaspoons of yogurt in it, squeezed in a little bit of lemon, and for some reason that night, bell pepper was the only thing that really, I don't know, kind of appealed to me that night. So that's kind of where the bell pepper came in. So we're going to squeeze in just a little bit of lemon juice. I'm going to toss in some black pepper and a little bit of pinch of sea salt. It's pretty cool. So anyways, that after eating that for dinner, the next day I felt great. I mean, with all that protein and high carb, it was just awesome. I should say a little GCI carb for the sprouted grain. So we're going to stir that around a little bit. At this point, that's pretty much done. What you want to do is give it a little taste. And see what you think. I gotta say, that's pretty damn good. Man, oh man. I'm going to put a little bit more in there. I want a little bit more heat. A little bit more excitement to this. You can really taste that kind of nutmeg and the lemon. And with the tuna, oh man. And then you get a little pop of bell pepper. Oh man, talk about good food. I mean, this will make a gourmet chef just like, oh, drool. But the thing is, you can make it yourself and it won't cost you $1 million. That's really good. So, anyways, back to my story. So that's kind of how it became to fruition. Was just at a hotel, needed a quick dinner, something high protein with low GCI, good quality sprouted green bread, and it worked. And I've been doing it for every event ever since. I have what I call the tri-tuna sandwich. It's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is just open up the bread, and we're going to toss this on there, and you're pretty much ready to serve at this point. It's probably a bit much on here. And you can actually see it looks really good, actually. You can see the bell pepper. If you could smell this right now, you can smell the nutmeg, you smell the tuna, you can actually smell a little bit of lemon, the fresh herbs. It's awesome. And so with that, let's take a bite. Maybe too big of a bite. In the words of Rachel Ray, yummo. Very good stuff. The cool thing is you can mix this earlier in the afternoon, let it sit. The longer you let it sit, the more the flavors of the herbs and the bell pepper, the tuna, everything's going to mingle. You're going to have a more powerful, more kind of flavor mingling tuna salad. It's really cool. I mean, you can experiment with different herbs and spices. Like I said, it's a great thing if you're staying in a hotel room overnight and you don't want to go out to dinner the night before. I'm not a big heavy eater the night before. I don't like going out and having a lot of spices, a lot of garlic, a lot of heavy steaks, that kind of thing. Just something light tuna that's very high protein, good quality carbohydrate with the Ezekiel bread. And this is the perfect night before triathlon meal. It's been an honor to show it to you guys. Again, I wish you all luck, and I really thank you guys for tuning in and watching this quick episode in Arkan Training. Thank you very much.